Forget your typical Halloween monsters. Forget the dime store fangs and the plastic masks. What if I told you that deep within the ancient Appalachian Mountains, terrifying creatures unlike anything you've ever imagined still lurk? For centuries, their chilling legends have been woven into the very soil of these hills, making this region's Halloween unlike anywhere else on Earth. Welcome back to Legends from the Holler. Tonight the air is cold, the shadows are long, and we are going to walk the darkest path to learn about Halloween in Appalachia. Welcome to the heart of Appalachia, where Halloween isn't just about costumes and candy, but a season when old fears stir again. Out here, October carries a certain weight, a chill that isn't just from the air, but from memory. Folks don't just celebrate Halloween, they honor it, fear it, and remember what walks when the veil thins. These mountains are old, older than America itself, and the stories that cling to them run just as deep. Long before jack-o'-lanterns and trick-or-treat, the people here marked this time of year as one when the living and the dead drew close. They built fires to keep spirits at bay. They stayed inside after dark, and they whispered names that should never be spoken aloud. So, where did this deep fear come from? Halloween, as most folks know it, comes from Samhain, an ancient Celtic festival marking the end of harvest and the turning of the year. When Scots-Irish settlers brought their traditions to the Appalachian frontier, they didn't just bring their songs and stories, they brought their beliefs about the unseen. But the mountains changed those stories. Cut off from towns, these settlers lived hard, lonesome lives. Nighttime stretched long, and the forests felt alive. Their Samhain fires became bonfires on ridge lines, carved turnips became pumpkins, and the spirits they feared took on new local forms, things that howled in the hollers or scratched at cabin doors. This is the meat of it. In Appalachia, the monsters of Halloween aren't the classic European imports. There's something much older and closer to home. Every mountain town has its stories of a witch, not the broomstick kind, but a woman who knew too much about herbs' death and the devil's bargains. They said she could curse crops, call storms, or make a man waste away just by whispering his name. Come Halloween, folks would nail iron horseshoes above their doors, hoping to keep her spirit from crossing the threshold. Travel over to coal country, and you'll learn that the dead don't rest easy. Old miners told of hearing phantom picks striking stone long after a collapse, the sound of those who never made it out, still digging their way home. On Halloween night, some swear you can see their lamps flickering in the abandoned shafts, leading you deeper and deeper into the dark. But perhaps the most chilling sign is the black dog of the ridge. A spectral hound said to appear on crossroads and backroads, its eyes glowing red as embers. To see it once is a warning, twice a death omen. On Halloween, it's said the hound roams free, sniffing out the ones who tried to cheat death. Halloween in the mountains wasn't always celebrated, it was survived. Folks would turn their mirrors to the wall so spirits couldn't use them as doorways. They'd leave a slice of cornbread on the porch for the wandering dead. And listen close to this one. If you heard 3 knocks at midnight and no one stood at the door, well, that wasn't no visitor from this world. In some hollers, people still won't hang laundry out after dark. This time of year, say it invites something to follow the cloth back inside. Even today, deep in rural Appalachia, these old beliefs linger. Community bonfires, ghost walks, and front porch storytelling all trace back to those first settlers' fears. A way of facing the dark with a story instead of a scream. For mountain folk, Halloween isn't about pretending to be scared. It's about remembering why we should be. So the next time you carve your pumpkin or light a candle on Halloween night, think about these mountains, where the old stories still breathe, and the line between the living and the dead is thinner than mist. Out here, Halloween isn't a holiday, it's a haunting. Thank you for listening to Legends from the Holler. Nights like this remind us the stories never truly sleep, they just wait for someone to listen. If this tale stirred something in you, give it a like, and subscribe to keep the fire burning. There are more voices waiting out there in the dark. and I'll be back soon to tell their story. Till then, traveler, keep to the path and mind the shadows.